Hello and a very good evening to you. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. This is the Sunday show, Sunday spiritual show. It's Sunday the 20th of September. Where's this month gone? Coming right to the end of the summer, almost just about here. And now we're on our way to autumn. So no leaves changing yet? Well, I hope it's not too soon. We still want to keep this little bit of heat somewhere, don't we? Especially if you're down south, like us guys, and wherever you're from. Very good evening to you, and let's get the show on the road. Well, very good evening to you. I hope you're well, you guys, wherever you are. And good afternoon, Chelsea. Actually, so I say to you, good morning. Good morning. And hello to Lucy. How are you? Hope you're very well. And also, Deborah will say hello, Chelsea. So you got two hellos. How's that? How's that for a message across the pond, Great Atlantic, all the way over to you guys over in California. So lovely to see you on the show as well. And of course, Lucy coming up from the UK. Right, okay, so it should be quite an interesting night tonight, I think. Yeah, it's because, well, as usual. We got loads of gossip, loads of things to tell you. And shh, don't mention a soul. We don't do gossip here. Honestly, we don't. No. Rumours are fine. Just don't do gossip. Anyway, also we say hello to Caitlin. I wonder if you two are in the same room. You and Chelsea. Are you in the same room? Are you doing the same thing now? You are both just popping on independently somewhere. That's interesting to know. And Elodie is very friendly. She wants to talk to everybody in the world. She says, hi, Phil, Deborah, and everyone else. Okay, so everyone else from Elodie, she's saying hello. That's so nice. Just too friendly for a Sunday evening. It's amazing. Fabulous, isn't it? Anyway, so this is what we'd like to do during the show. Please share, please like, please do all the lovely things that we do to make the show just go round and round and round, which is this. Well, it's interesting actually, because I like this here. I mean, Elodie, you started off a phase. What do you like? I mean, Jo says exactly the same thing now. She wants to say, hi, Phil, Debs, and everyone. Is this a new phase? Is it fantastic? Denise Bill, I want to say hello from Chaz and myself. Hello, myself, and hello, Chaz. I hope you're both well. Yes, it's a nice evening. Nice name, that, isn't it? We've got some nice names here. We've got Elodie, Caitlin, we've got Jo, and we've got Lucy, and we've got myself. Thank you very much. So that's good. Chaz and myself. That's wonderful news. Right. Okay. So Katie says, Chelsea says, Katie is a few hours north of me right now. Okay. Must be cold up there. Anyway, if it's that far north. Anyway, so, okay. But it's lovely to see you both on the show, even though you're not in the same room. Brilliant. Anyway, so lovely to see you guys. And Deborah says hello to Denise and Chaz. Correct, brilliant. Lovely to see you guys. Lovely to see you. So, hope you've been well. What have you been up to? You been up to anything good? Up to anything good? Up to things you should be doing, things you shouldn't be doing, things you'd like to be doing. It's a Sunday. You could talk about these things. The end of the week, you could just put your pipe and slippers. That's it. Put your pipe on and start smoking your slippers. That's right, isn't it? It's something like that. Anyway, and also we right. Okay, yes, I can see all of you coming on here saying just saying hello to everybody. That's fabulous. Okay, we're coming to the end of September. Well, it's 2/3 of the way through it, and already things are changing. Do you sense a change in the air? Maybe not. Okay, well, what I pick up here is what I'd like to say to you is there's a lot going on right now, which has actually started to turn the cogs. You know, where the cogs been sort of going backwards, you think you're not moving forwards. Well, all of a sudden, my phone's been ringing saying, hey, guess what's happening? This is happening, or that's happening, or this is happening. One of my friends has just been given a fantastic opportunity overseas. So hopefully that's going to work out very well. And other people are saying, hey, their lives are lifting. I feel a little bit more positive. What's going on? Why is the vibe of this here? Well, there's a big reason to it. Maria says, yeah, hola all our beautiful people. Yes, that's all of you guys. Did you realise you're all beautiful? That's fabulous. Just in case you didn't know, Maria's saying you are all beautiful people. And you are. I think you're absolutely stunning. Love your people. It just takes Maria to just point that out to you guys, that you are beautiful. Just in case you didn't know. Anyway, I'm doing things I never knew I could. My mind is going to curiosity. Stop right there. Stop right there. We're starting to get visions. Starting to get visions of whatever it is you're doing. Anyway, but it's probably good anyway. And Kaylee. What a great way to spell Kaylee. C-A-L-I. Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. That's a great way to spell that. That's unique. It's great we've got uniques like that now, haven't we? Brilliant. And also we got Karen. Good evening to you all, and good evening all. Well, yes, we're all well. Thank you very much. Hope you're well too. Right. Okay. So what's been going on? Okay. So last week here. How was your week? Was it a productive week? Was it different? Was it up in the air? Was it down? Let's see how things go. Anyway, last Tuesday, what happened there? We had Taryn Sandbrook. She came on the show. We had a very lively show, very engaging show indeed, and loads of people joined in and made it quite an eventful evening, which was the Moon and the Heart, where we work a lot to do with the moon as emotions, the heart about how we're feeling, relate a little bit of astrology, a bit of mythology, a bit of moonology, and ended up having an absolutely fabulous evening. So thank you very much. And also, this is to you guys. This is just for you guys coming on the podcast. So, yeah. And this is for you guys in America, because you like little hooters, don't you? Yes. And that is for you guys that's for you guys in Spain. And let's do this here. This is for you guys in the UK. Isn't that nice? It's just such lovely noises. Anyway, so what's been going on? So she was on Tuesday. Lovely show. Wednesday show with Howard Guillemard. Very interesting discussion. It got very full of debates about astrology and where things are going, and also what it is we need to be doing now. And I think most of us are really starting to connect with this. Is that when you look outside the front door to everything that's going on in the world, whether you read it, you see it, you listen to it, whatever, it almost makes you think here, this is what's going on? What is going on out there, guys? Is it real? Is it something crazy here? Well, would you understand that we're sort of separated between what's going on out there and how we're feeling here? Yeah. Do you agree? What's going on out there and how we're feeling here? And there's a big gap in between going, how do I connect with this? Maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe one of the indicators here is what we're supposed to do is go into ourselves. And this is what myself and Guillemard have been really pointing out over the shows over the past few months or so. It's about really connecting with what we want. For some of us, we've had lucky opportunities where suddenly okay, go on. We've got all sorts coming on here. Just trying to get back to this. Where's it gone? Something just disappeared. Oh, yes, there it is. Anyway, so for some of us here, opportunities came to us this week. And for some of us, we're actually starting to create opportunities without actually realising that it's actually steering us in the right direction. So it's about listening to your heart and not focusing too much on your head and listening too much of the quackiness, which is sometimes going on out there, isn't it? Anyway, so this is, so Susanna says, I took your advice, Phil, and then the magic came, simply because I started clearing clutter. That's about it, isn't it? The things we do want and the things we don't want. Because one of the things I think we're quite a lot of us will learn here is that the energy which has been going over the past week or so has been showing us what we don't need to hold on to, or old habits we've been doing, and suddenly they become clear. Thinking, oh my God, I've been doing that for ages. And suddenly realise, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So, yes, this is about changes completely. So, loads of people coming through. Maggie Soul Art, that's lovely. And Cheryl says, says, hi, Deb. Hi, Deb. Deborah is the producer. She's my wife. She's the producer of the show. She does an absolutely fantastic job up there. In fact, she's running backwards and forwards with information, even as we speak, collecting all your details and just relating, responding to you guys. In fact, there she goes. There she goes. There she goes now. Thank you. That's Deborah there just running. And just seeing what's going on up there as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come to. That's it. All your messages coming through. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. And, right. Okay. So, who else do we need to say hello to? So, yes, that's about it there. Anyway, so this vibe we're going through, would you understand, guys? We're starting to feel this energy starting to do something. Do you all agree? Do you not agree? Answers on the text here. Please, just write your answers there. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing. You're our amazing Debbie. Yes, she is. She's amazing. In fact, I think we need. What should we give Deborah now? Let's go and give her. Let's go and give Deborah a round of applause. She's doing a fantastic job up there. Yes. Would you believe that she sits around 3 computers, making sure that all the show runs smoothly? She produces the show to see everything that's going on. There we go. Anyway, so let's have a little old look at the horoscopes and really what's going on this week. And would you understand here, if I said to you, because this is some of the stuff that's coming up now. We got this sort of T-square coming up. Most of us here, we're in astrology. As soon as you start mentioning T-squares, you go, here comes a struggle or a difficulty or a conflict. Well, if you imagine this here, sometimes to read a good book, would you understand here that sometimes to read a good book if it just starts off, they got up in the morning, they had a lovely day, they had lunch, had dinner, they cuddled up in the afternoon and went out for a steak in the evening, went to bed. What an exciting story. If there's no conflict in it, you're going to go, was that it? It's a bit like your life, really, isn't it? If you don't have any conflict in it, all right, you say, oh my God, I don't want conflict. But when you do and you overcome it, it's a bit like they got up in the morning, the fire engine roared by, the door burst open, they got them out of the house quickly. They didn't realise there was a fire, but the smoke suddenly started pouring into the lounge, and there was a fireman putting out the fire. And then the police turned up and the insurance man gave them a cheque. Luckily, they moved into a hotel before they'd given this fantastic house at the end of the day. You're going, my God, what a story. Yeah, anyway, I get far too excited. But what I'd like to say is generally speaking here is this is a great time around you here. If you're starting to wanting to find some change, this T-square is all about it. Because sometimes we need one of these T-squares where you've got Mercury on one side, Mars at the other, and Saturn and Pluto at the others here. But what this is learning us to do, it's a bit like going back to the playground or going back to school and learning. Does this mean that we're learning by going back to, we've got to learn lessons? Yeah, it is in some respects, but these lessons in some respects are coming to us because Mercury is involved and it's just about communications. It's about communication with people. It's also here about Mars being retrograde, but it's reflecting. It's not going forwards and punching. It's being quite passive. It's reflecting. So you're going, oh, rather than, you're going, oh. This, that, and Saturn is your lessons. And Pluto saying, you've got to deal with this and you've got to deal with that. But when you deal with it, and sometimes it's things that are thrown in your face here, and it sounds a bit insulting when I say that, but things are presented to you, and you're going, that's what I got to do. That's where I got to go. And then you'll take you on the abundance of the T-square and you're starting to move forwards. So sometimes here, we are at our best when, as a human, that our backs are against the wall, we've got to change. And some people hear them say, I hate change. And yet they say that and their life changes. And they say, I'm so much better now. Anyway, Paul says, sorry, I'm late. Couldn't find a dog to walk. That's interesting. And I think I think this is, take this for punishment. Ouch. Yes, that's terribly, there's just no excuse whatsoever. Anyway, right, okay. And so let's should we start looking at a bit of the astrology forecast and why the change is coming up here? Well, I'll tell you guys why. It's because Jupiter, which is going backwards through Capricorn, has now suddenly stopped and is now going forwards. When it starts going forwards, the energy starts to lift. And Jupiter is a one for magnifying things, making things better. When you think about the Olympics and sports, that's Jupiter. When you think about justice, that's Jupiter, doing things that are right. And if you think about luck and opportunity without sounding too mystical or anything like that, then this is also creates that. And what I'm actually seeing here is this is a time when a lot of our ideas start to kick into gear and we start moving forwards. We start lifting, inspiring, and going somewhere, and we do start to lift. So this is what Jupiter started to do. At the end of the month, Saturn then goes direct, which is fantastic because that's been going backwards, been heavy, it's been slow, and all of a sudden our teacher wakes up and guides us and helps us where we're going, which is Saturn. Then in October, very early October, Pluto picks up and starts to go forwards. So all of a sudden, this energy which has been going slowly backwards, going, why can't I make progress? Why can I not go anywhere? All of a sudden, this stuff starts to move forwards. And although a lot of us are worried about matters going on out there, I'm not going to say it on here, but matters going on out there, personally, this can be a time of absolute fortune. If you're going to want to do something which is absolutely amazing, you could do it. You could do it. You could turn events around in your life, and these planets here are here to help you. Sound good? Sound good so far? Well, let's have a little look here and see where we're all going. Let's have a little look here. So we're going. Just before we start that, let's have a little tiny bit of this. Right, okay, so, well, let's have a look at Virgo. Virgo, you're just hanging on in there. You're just hanging on in there where the sun in your sign, it's about to move out of your sign. Does that mean to say that, that's going? No, it moves into your financial sector, into Libra, which is a damn good time. And see the rise there. Right, okay, so Virgo. Aren't Virgos lovely people? Very, they tend to point out the obvious in things, don't they? Which sometimes we don't see. Virgos say, did you not recognize this or recognize that? The ruling planet is Mercury. And Mercury is all about, yes, it's about communication, but it's also about being able to see the real truth in things. They tend to see through the clutter. And you're brilliant people. Love you to death. Love you to death. Look at values. Great times ahead with good planning. So this really is now a time for you Virgos to go and plan, putting structures into there. And I also pick up here, I'd also say here is in the long term view is good. Now, the reason I say the long term is good because Saturn's involved in the planet's activities going on this week. So plan things, look for the long term, and really it's better trying to make long term pictures rather than do short term gains. It looks more to do with the long term, which is going to be to your benefit. But no, it looks to be good. Venus is in your 12th house. Venus is the planet of love. It's almost like thinking, am I going to meet someone? I meet someone who I'm going to fall in love with. Well, that feeling's there, that something's happening. Well, keep going because it won't be too long and Venus pops into your sign. And then all of a sudden, everything starts going forwards. Yes, and you start feeling yippee, a little bit more razzle dazzle in your life. Do we need some razzle dazzle? How about some hippie hip shake and all that? Would you like some of that too? Well, Virgo, it's all coming in, a bit of razzle dazzle. Anyway, and that's it. That's good here. Now, you like this. Right, Libra. Libra, you're really part of this T-square that's coming on, and you're on the outside edge of it with Mercury, which is a planet of communication in your sign, is opposed by Mars, which is in the relationship sector around you, and it's looking here to say, look, am I gonna supposed to make things go forwards? And you've got this square by Saturn, which is teaching you values. Teach you values and teach you about where you're going. So let's have a little old look as we go through this. And but basically what I see here is as I'm looking at your chart, very interesting, relationships and commitments, new directions possibly, and learning. It's time to be out with the scallywags, out with the rascals and in with the good ones. Yeah? Yes. That's old Navy talk from the 1800s. Out with the scallywags and the rascals, and in with woe betide them. They'll be getting one of these, won't they? They'll be getting a where are we now? That's it. They'll be getting one of these if they're not careful. Ooh. Anyway, right, so there we go. Okay, let's go on to, and also here, you've got, now it's interesting here, because you've got Venus, which is in your 11th house, 11th solar house here. And what we're looking at there, very, very nice time indeed. And that's going to be very much looking about relationships. It's going to be looking very much about friendships and relationships. So you guys are going to start doing very, very well. And I'd say here, brilliant. What boundaries do you need to strengthen this week? So what is it you need to strengthen? There's something here you probably need to go sort out around you, in which case then great, that'd be fantastic. You'll also find here as well that during this time here, what people do you need to let go of? Yes, what people do you need to just say adios to, goodbye, and which people do you need to say, give them a bus ticket and off they go? Yes. New energy going forwards in your close environment. And so it's a very positive time if you start looking at this now, because this is great, isn't it? Great, isn't it, when you start doing this? And so I'd say here for you guys, it's very much about picking yourselves up, forming those boundaries that you want. You're saying, I'm not going to pay attention to that. Really don't want those things in my life, but I want to focus on long-term gains. But what is it you've got to let go of? Now, for Scorpions to let go of things, they hold on to the last minute. Last minute, don't you guys? You understand this, don't you? You Scorpions out there. But once you let go, that's it. It's gone, isn't it? It's gone. That person, something, where it is there. Yes, Lucy says, a good time to be Libra. Yes, I'd say it is a good time to be Libra. I'd say here that is about a lot to do with your focusing on where you're going, especially emotionally around you. Right, okay. The producer Deborah says, please press those hearts and share that love. Don't we like sharing the love? Yes, okay, let's have a little look here. So, Sagittarians, let's have a look at you guys. Now, Sagittarians, you're ruled by planet Jupiter, and you guys are very much into this element at the moment. In fact, as I'm doing this, let's just whip this up here so we can see what we're going along here and bring that in a little bit there. Now, if we look here towards the very far side of your chart, there is where Sagittarius is, with the arrow and the stick. And with the planets just beyond that is where Jupiter is, which is in your second house. It's second house of Capricorn. So do watch finances at this particular time. That's going to look really well. That is like yippee time for Sagittarians. They're going to start feeling their lives moving forward, which is wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. And new opportunities may suddenly appear. And Venus is in your 9th house. It's in your 9th house, but that's very much associated to Leo. And it's all about people and associated with people from afar. It could be something new you're learning, you wanted to take on here, but it's good energy. It really is good energy. It's a good vibe here for you guys. So it's a good time to take things going forwards. And I think you'll have a great time here. Maybe finding someone new. There. So let's see where we go. Now, Capricorns. Whoa, you guys, you're in for a bit of luck. You're in a little luck here. And for you guys, I'd say here, you guys have felt the heavy weight of Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. I'm going to say Platon, and it's all as Pluto and Saturn combined. Yes. Anyway, so these three guys here have all been your sign here. Sometimes just when they were going forwards, it was like great. When they'd be going backwards, like this is so slow moving. But now Jupiter, soon followed by Pluto, soon followed by Saturn, are all going to start moving direct in your chart. And the energy lifts. You guys start making things happen. You really do. In fact, you'll suddenly find here, people wanting, Saturn's to do with, or Capricorn's to do with structure. So people wanted to move houses, premises, wanted to build on things. Build, good building word, isn't it? Like building on ideas, seeing into the future, because Jupiter very much is part of Sagittarius, who loves to travel and look ahead. And yes, great time there. You also find here that, yes, you've got Venus here, which is excited you. Like maybe people from far away are coming to see you. Maybe ties with people from miles away wanted to get back in touch with you and want to say hello. And fantastic. Great idea time here. Time to put gears into mind here for Capricorns, especially here, to see where they're going. Money matters around Capricorns are also going to be going well. Money matters around you, Capricorns. This is what's and deep-rooted feelings about power, purpose. You guys love these words. Power and purpose for these guys here. This is where it really is going. So fantastic. Keep going here. And you've got Venus in the 8th house. Capricorn's got Venus in the 8th house, which is all about money. It's all about deeper values and what you really believe in. And believe it or not, Venus is a great planet for planning. Great planet for planning. So you want to plan things, start doing them now, especially with Venus over there. Now, Aquarius, you friendly people out there who are like, everybody finds absolutely extraordinary, doesn't quite understand, but they think you're the most fabulous people in the world because you're just so out there, so different, aren't you? Yes. All right, good. Release of tension may give a positive, may put you in a positive note. Yes, I think there is here. You're going to feel like, oh, God, things have been like stuck, and now all of a sudden you can feel like, oh, I feel a lot calmer all of a sudden. Feel a lot better, a lot happier, a lot more positive. That's fantastic. And what you also say, you are more than determined to succeed. I think you guys are too here. And just over there, guys, you got Uranus, your symbol there, which is over in Taurus. So it's very much about the people that you're linking with. What happened here earlier was there was a square between Venus and Uranus. That's now passed away. So any conflicts you had there with people around you are going to sort of move on here. Maybe things that were stuck are now going to become a bit easier. Now people are going to talk a little bit more, and they probably will do with this T-square going on. More people are going to talk immensely. And yes, you are more determined to succeed. And with Venus in your 7th house to do with relationships, well, this is going to be an interesting time because you may have made some decisions, Aquarius, which are related towards your future. And but I would say here, look towards the longer term here. And when Venus goes into Virgo, that's going to be an interesting time because that really does go to your deeper values, where you're going to the depth of your soul here. But Venus is definitely working on harmonizing, building upon better relationships around you. And sometimes it's not just those romantic ones, is it? It's not just those. Sometimes it's all about those relationships you have in business or relationships you have with friends in some respect. So all of those will start to work in your favor. Good stuff, Aquarius. Good stuff. Now let's go and pop round the corner to Pisces. Yes, they're great people. I love those. Yeah, I always keep saying here that where Pisces are concerned, they love things being out in the open, just going with the flow and just going with that. They can endure sometimes more harder times than any other sign because they just play the long game. That's Pisces' long-term goal here, is to play the long game. Where you get Aries and wants to sort it out now. Pisces just says, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. And you other guys here say no. Anyway, so Pisces, this is very much a time around you. Great time and support from others. So sometimes we need help from other people to be able to understand where we go, how we can progress forwards in our lives. And for Pisces here, sometimes they're very much deep feeling people. So they don't always want to talk to people about helping get themselves to come out themselves here. But I'd say here for you guys, great time to do this. And Jupiter is now moving forwards. It's going to make a great link, a fantastic link. Fantastic link here for, oh, thank you very much, Caitlin. She says so true about Pisces. There's a fantastic link with Jupiter and Neptune because these planets here are going to give you a little bit of luck. Now that Jupiter's getting a little bit of drive behind it, it's coming forwards and it's going to spread its rays of opportunity and luck. So especially for you guys up there. And wouldn't be surprised, Caitlin, if your partner found a fantastic job very, very soon. So that would be good. That'd be very, very good. And let's have a little look here. So Aries. Aries guys here. Hello, Aries. Hello, Aries. You are you're being shown a way forward which may not be to your appeal just yet. It may not be just what you want just yet. Mars is out of phase. It's in your sign, but it's past this T-square. Maybe people are trying to find a resolution, or you're trying to find a plan or a way forwards or determination here. Just Mars just isn't giving it. So, brilliant. He did. That's absolutely fabulous. Wonderful news, Caitlin. Really glad about that. Was it with dogs? Was it dogs? I just kept seeing dogs around your other half. Anyway, so yes, Aries here, reframing, learning, and just seeing something new, but it's not quite what we want. But actually, it's like Rolling Stones had an accent, didn't they? He said, you may not get what you want, but you get what you need. And for you Arians here, maybe a little bit like that. Anyway, so good stuff there. And also Venus going on in Leo in your fun house, there's where you can't make some things happen, you can make things happen in your favor any other way. Maybe it's time for you to go and have loads of fun or something. Just go and do something dancing or something which is very creative that brings out your expression. Being creative is a great way for Aries at the moment. I'd say it's probably one of your strengths. Anyway, good. Taurus, guys, keep your cool. Keep your cool and keep calm. Some conflicts are won by playing the long game and playing a quiet game. Being persistent, being consistency sometimes is the way to do it, isn't it? It's almost like when you're trying to, if you're trying to get your point over, if you keep dancing around the point you're getting across, then it doesn't work. It's like you're putting all the focus to throw a fishing net, but it doesn't go very far, just they're in front of you. But if you throw a stone, it goes a lot further. So Taurus is about being consistent and purposeful and playing a long game here. Okay, so let's have a little look here as we're going here. Now, the other thing I'd see for you guys here, now the climate is changing in your favour. But time is just needed though. It's just a bit of time for you guys. A bit of time. Being an earth sign, you're normally quite good at that. Okay. Let's go over and move on to you Geminis. You chatty little old Geminis. You chatty lot. Talking and communicating are your strong points. Put over your views this week in a clear and balanced way and you will win goals. Now that's because Mercury is in your sign. It's squaring up to Saturn. So you've got authority or you've got something here which is stopping you from being free flowing. However, talk Mars being out of phase, in some respects that's good because it doesn't mean about being assertive to get your point across and force things. Saturn is saying here, learn how to talk, learn how to do things and put things across wisely, carefully, and you'll get there. You'll get there. So for Geminis, this is more about that. It's about harnessing that energy to just be, just got to be tactful how you play things. It's about the way you dance with people, isn't it? Sometimes where we dance. Yes. Cancer. Now, also, what else got to tell you? Yeah, you've got Venus, which is in your third house. So that's all about local people around you, enjoying things in local communities. Maybe you're learning something new or doing something which brings out expression, inspiration, things like this there that allows you to feel very alive and focused, things like this. That's great. Yes, they help you guys. Yes, good. Right, Cancer, you lovely homely people. And work and health matters improve, quite likely. And with Venus in your Venus, which is in Leo at the moment. Sorry, beg your pardon. Are you looking to move home? Sorry, Cancer. Are you looking to move home, to reinvest, to revitalise in a relationship? Are you looking? Now is a good time to listen to your heart and go with what you believe in. Hey, that's because Jupiter is in Capricorn, helping you guys here to say a big goddess, big hello, and help you guys to push forward. So for Cancerians, you're in for a very, very special time. And I think here's a good time to build on those relationships and feel freer. It's almost like Jupiter's helping you to release yourself in some respects here. And yes, you'll find it to be quite an extraordinary time. For a lot of us, for a lot of people here, when you went through the last few months here, some relationships, as we know, endured, and some relationships just couldn't cope with being in that confinement. What we're finding here, the Cancerian is a sign of the home, and we've got structure over the other side here. Look over the side here, which is over in Capricorn, and it's very much about how we find that balance between security and home, and what the real purpose is, where the heart is, where life is that way concerned. So these planets here, these energies are being on this tipping point, a bit like a seesaw. We've had to find that bit in the middle to understand ourselves as much as the situations we've been in. And Cancer, Capricorn, very much about this element here, as much as the other cardinal signs, do a Libra and also Aries. Very much trying to find this balance, because they're the energies that help us go forwards, because they're cardinal signs. They're the ones who take up inspiration, or initiative is their big word, initiative. And we like to take up initiative, but Jupiter now going forwards in Capricorn is going to help you guys do that. Fantastic. And Venus in Leo, well, it's good for money. It's good for taking up a value or a belief, or even a health system, which you think would be pretty good for you. Yes, just suggest. With Jupiter, though, in Capricorn over the other side here, you may find partners are putting on weight. partners are doing things here which maybe distracting your attention away a little bit, especially to do with food and things like this for your purpose. Just be careful there. Anyway, but Leo, work and health matters improve, and with Venus in your sign, shining stars down on you guys in a way you might find some opportunities just too good to turn down. Too good to turn down. And I think that's going to be some of your big inspiration, guys. Sound good? Sound good? Okay. Right. We've got now. Now's the time here. We'll start saying a lot of other things. Lovely to see you guys from across the states here. Hello, Kathy from Baltimore. Hello, Taz. She looks forward to a pop-up very soon. So do we. So do we. We'll arrange a pop-up where Taz and I pop up on a Wednesday and we have a little chat with you all. We'll announce that close to a date when we know our calendars are in tune. We're in sync. But guys, if that's have you got any questions about your horoscopes, just let me know. If you've got any questions at all, let me know. But in the first time though, Karen H, she asks here, I'm gonna put you guys up here. She asks here, Karen H, very good evening to Karen, and just take it off there. Lovely to see you. She wants to know, can someone change? Can someone change? And the colour you've gone for is dark green. Now, immediately you say dark green, that would put me on a little bit of a reserve or a little bit of an alert. Because a dark green colour means to me is that sometimes we get caught up with people, caught up with things, and we get adjusted to their way of thinking. But it's not what we want. It's not what we want, is it? It's not what we want. Yes, she's just saying hi here. Hi. And so Karen, this is what I pick up first of all here to say to you that can someone change? Really, is it about them change? Is it about wanting them to change? Should you just be yourself? Because what I pick up around you at the moment here is not to try and get people to change. In fact, if anything here is to stand more resolute yourself. I don't pick up anything about your energy around you is negative. I think here it's about this T-square coming on at the moment, which is about communication between us all, what we're learning and what we need to let go of. And sometimes here, this is interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes you can say to people, okay, look, this isn't working, let's call it a day. So you call it a day. You then go off and then you go and think for a while. You go and feel things because you're freer. This is what Jupiter does. Helps you feel freer. Helps you feel like, hey, I can just expand it a bit. Go and meet some friends. Maybe go and have a few beers, a glass of wine, or just chill out in the park or walk in the forest, whatever you want to go and do. And then we sometimes get the initiative to come back and discuss things. I would not put pressure on any plate at the moment that I'd say here, Karen, that says that we've got to change or anything like that. I think we need a bit of fresh air here. I think that's probably the bigger thing I would say. And let's have a look here, because if you're dark green here, it could be alarm bells that says here, any relationship you get involved in here is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all here. Right. Let's have a look here. Just let you guys know, on Tuesday this week, I've got Deborah Jane Sutton. She's coming on the show. Really looking forward to that. And that's Heal Yourself to Happiness. She's a reader, but she also does a lot of healing work. And she's not far from me. She's about an hour down the road from where I live, I think, actually. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look here. So I'm going left, middle, and right. And the first colour, I'm going to go to the left. I go to the left here. And there's going to be something about homes coming around you, Karen. I really pick up about homes, changing homes, looking about what to do here. And I get a feeling here that you've got emotions, fear, and opportunity all in one go. So emotions, fear, and opportunity all in one go. And so I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? At the moment, we can't see the way forwards. Can't see the way forwards here. At the moment here, what we're listening to is crap. Sorry. What we're listening to isn't helping you, isn't making you feel like this is comfortable. What we've got to do here is maybe just take a break for a while. Ten of Swords is like telling you, say, look, just take a break, just stop here. Maybe you've got to change our way of looking at things here and finding our way. And she says, yes, absolutely. And I think if you were to do it this way here, that would help you. If you continue along the path you're going, thinking, okay, can people change? Can I change them? Nil point. Well, they need to do is change themselves. But the only way sometimes to do that is to create space. And I pick up creating space around you. Because I think here you need a bit of fresh air. The interesting thing is, this is what I pick up, Ranger Karen, is that life isn't going to go wrong for you at all. It's going to go very well, but sometimes we just need to create that space, create that breathing space for us to feel better, happier, clearer in our ways, and then we're on a healing path. And I really think you will be. I really think you will be. Okay, and right. Okay, just to let you know here, we've also got Cafe Clairvoyance Wednesday Spiritual Show. All details on the Cafe Clairvoyance page, where I'm joined by the fabulous Guillermo on Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock. On that show there, we talk astrology, we talk spirituality, we talk mediumship, we talk all those things. And it's always a very engaging, very interesting show because Guillermo is a professional astrologer and she's also a professional psychologist. So her views on things, very different to everybody else's, but so popular. Great. Okay. Joe read any guidance. Joe read any guidance. Now, Joe, let's just have a look at you here. Joe, what I want to say to you first of all here is would you I've got two people wanting to come through here. I've got a gentleman, I've got a lady. They're both coming through. The gentleman is very much on your father's side, your family. And the lady here says that she wants to have very strong motherly link with you, very strong motherly link. And as they're starting to come through to me here, I just get this feeling here to say to you, Joe, would you understand here that sometimes it's not about you trying to push to go forwards at the minute, but would you understand it's about listening intuitively within yourself? And sometimes, we get that sense here. It's not what we do, but what we know. And this is a great sense of knowing. So this is a time here of knowing. So where your way going forwards here is about what we sense, what we know. And sometimes what we know doesn't mean we act immediately, but we also act by understanding here. I'm just going to take my time here. I'm just going to work on this very gently. And I think that's one of the way forwards I'll actually work with you at the moment to help you. And hopefully that makes a little bit of sense just at the moment. But yes, like to get your feedback there if you're coming through at all. But let's have a look and see what the cards are saying around Joe as well. Right. Right. Okay. And right. Okay. Nearly finished. I hope everybody is on the line. It's lovely to see so many of you guys on. Yes, Joe. Yes, I can relate. Right. Okay. Yes, it's about, and I think the more that you know, Joe, the better, and the more you're feeling better. And would you understand here, Joe, this is something I'm picking up right now to say to you. Would you understand it? You are what you know at the moment, but would you understand there's a lot of people around you who are in the positions that you used to be in, say, a year ago? So you go, maybe 2 years ago. The thing here as I pick up here is those people will find it sometimes very difficult to listen to what you're saying by what you know now. So if you get involved with those people trying to help them out, the problem here is you get sucked back into old drama. And I'd say here, your way here is to get people to grow up to you. This is a big thing around you, I feel, at the moment. And that feels very good here. In fact, this lady and this gentleman, both coming through around you at the moment here. It's about, would you understand, this guy's getting his braces out on his, not his teeth, don't worry about that. He's getting his braces out on his shirt. He's pulling his shirt out. Sometimes when you stand up, you start pulling this because you start expressing your authority. So express your authority here. This is what he's saying to me here. He says, no, you stand up and you be strong for yourself. That feeling there. And it's interesting because sometimes when we find our self-power, it's an awesome experience. And then we just know how to put this into a place here. You'll then find that the people that you do not need in your life will disappear. Because they can't bend you. They can't change you. But the people you do need are going, wow, Joe, that's fantastic. We're with you. We're with you, girl. We're with you. And, oh my goodness, yes. Your cards are probably the most vibey I've seen for ages. You got wisdom here by what you're knowing, what you're learning, spiritually, what you're seeking. You've also got here, you've probably got more money, but it's not just about money. This is also about clarity about where you're going. And then you got friendship. Listen to the friendships coming into your life saying, Joe, you're amazing. Not the ones that said, Joe needs to help me, Joe. Yes, they're all there, but those people will want to drain you, not help you. And you've got to see this. You'll see this with your 7 there. You've got to see it. Yes, this is happening. This is happening. I thought it was. I really picked up that vibration from him. But this chap is stretching his braces. Says you stand up, you stand strong, you say no. And you say yes to the right people, say no to the others. So I hope that helps them. I love them. They're fantastic up there for you. Blessings to you. Absolute blessings. And take care, Joe. Right, okay. Let's go on to Lucy H. Lucy H. Yellow and career change. Yellow submarine, perhaps? Would you be a submarine? Yeah, something like that. Do you just love smoothies? Anyway, and Joe, this is nice. Just come back to you here. Cheryl says Joe is amazing. In fact, Joe, I think you need this. Joe, you're incredible. You're a lovely soul. So wonderful. Come on, Joe, girl. That's it. Go, girl. Emily's really getting on a horse. And there we go. Brilliant. So let's just come back here. Let's go to Lucy H. Okay, right. Lucy, yellow career change. It's interesting here around you because I just want to say, would you understand it? It's just like things are getting a little bit easier. People are being a little bit calmer. And, this is what it's like here. And I used to notice this in the prisons. And I used to work in a prison service. That when people are locked up and they've got, say, for instance, they're in there for a year. For 9 months, they're like going crazy and they feel like they're getting restricted. And the last 3 months before they're getting released, they all start to calm down. This is a little bit like what people are going to start doing around you, Lucy. They're suddenly going to get a bit easier, a bit nicer. You're thinking this is all very different. Anyway, so what I'm picking up here is to say to you that you're suddenly going to start seeing your life get better, easier, happier, and people are going to be more productive towards you. Now, here's what I'm saying here is, would you understand yellow? Would you understand, Lucy, if I was to say to you, it's not about the career change, it's in being direct to the career change. Would you understand about making friends with the people who can help you make the career change? Because this is the vibe I'm picking up around you. There's this lovely lady who's just joined me from the side here. She's over the moon. She goes, I tell you what, she's so funny because when she was alive here, if you were to announce it, oh, look, here comes this lady, she would just go red as a beetroot. And she would just be so embarrassed. She's doing this at the moment, but she's absolutely lovely by emotions as she's stepping in here. And she just wants to say to me, she's just doing this, little steps. Would you understand here, Lucy? Just tiny little steps just at the moment, just feeling your way forwards, but it's talking to people. And what you're going to find in front of you, I wouldn't say direct promises here. I think what this here is people saying to you, we've got your card marked there, Lucy, and this is coming up and we're going to let you know when it does. You're on the list because they like you for some reason. Anyway, of course they like you. Anyway, so that's what I say to you, Lucy, is what's the way people are going to work with you. It's making friends with the people who are going to be helping you. And that's where I think your magic is going to go. And let's have a quick look at your cards here and see what they're saying. Lucy. Okay. 3 piles of cards. Where are you going? Left, middle, right. Let's go for a little bit of rights. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's have a look here. So let's go. Yeah, you're worried about this, but you're going to make friends with a gentleman. I actually saw this. He's actually a very dark-haired or black-haired gentleman. Very tall, quite slim, who's going to be saying to you, yes, let's help you. Let's help you here. Of course, career changes ahead. It's good. Okay, right. So let's see what comes up here, because I think this is going to be a particularly interesting time. Okay, right. Okay, let's have a look here. And okay, Cheryl, anything for me? Chelsea, yes, I think you did. You did a bit of questioning. We're just going through in order to get the answers out there to you guys here. I mean, yeah, don't worry, we've got a bit of time. Cheryl, anything for me? It's May. Can't wait to meet this man, she says. Wait to meet this man. Well, there you go. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, thank you so much, she says. That's absolutely fine. You know, very, 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 very welcome. And let's just come back to Cheryl. Cheryl, orange, anything for me? I love the colour orange. It's always a very bounty colour, a very colour that's just out there, just making things happen. Here's what I want to say to you here, first of all. I've got like a Mask of Zorro. And do you know Mask of Zorro? You had that Z. that Z. It almost feels like, would you understand? You're sort of going that way, then 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 anyway. So this is what he's saying here. But what I pick up and come up in front of you here is there's going to be a little bit of a karma opportunity coming up your way, which I feel here is going to present itself here. By one thing, I pick up a car of all things here. I also pick up a granddad who's just stepped in here. He wants to come in and tells me about a car. He also wants to tell me here, it's interesting. Would you understand here, very, very secretly, we're not going to tell anybody about this. Would you understand here, the meeting of someone new? The meeting of someone new. Yes, let's see what happens here. That could be interesting, could it? The meeting of someone new. And that'll change the storyline a bit now, won't it? Yes. Maybe it comes along, the Mask of Zorro. Yes. That'd be good. I bet you like him. Antonio Hilarious, whatever his name is. Hilarious. Antonio Hilarious. Yes. Anyway. So, yes, let's have a look here. Yeah, she said, really? Okay. Let's have a look here. So, actually, I'm just going to skip that because that's what I pick up here. Helen Graham. Any messages? I pick up here. Helen, if I was to say to you any messages, I would like to say here from the spirit world, would you understand here about needing to revamp a house? Needing to revamp a house here, because I've got spirit coming through, but they're just showing me your house. Would you understand about needing to modernize it a little bit, change it a little bit in some respect? The energy that's coming over isn't showing me here that your life is going wrong anywhere. I just pick up it's going absolutely fine, but it just needs to. What I pick up here is this revamping around a house. I also pick up here that Helen. I'd also say here there's who else wants to come through? Yes, I've got a very gentle spirit here. A very small lady here who's come through. She's come wandering in. She wasn't your grandmother, she tells me here, but she's very closely associated to her grandmother, but you didn't see her very often. In fact, she just gave me a big R to do with the name, you know, like Rosie. Rosie is someone like this, Rosie or Rachel, for example. But she just says to me here, she just come wandering and looking at you here, and she understands here. Helen, would you understand about taking things up around you more spiritually, psychically? Because that's a big thing. Yes, that's a big thing here. So that's what I like to say. Okay. Right, let's just do a quick spread on you there, Lisa, and just so it comes up. Yellow, any message? I like this feeling of yellow, though. The yellow, though, is about inspiration here. It's about putting forwards what you know in some respects. Yes, in what you know. Right. Friendships going to get stronger. Even a relationship that may be going a bit sort of Pete Tong, that seems to change around a little bit. I also pick up here as well. This is going to be interesting. There seems to be a sense of victory coming in. Yes. Been told this so much before. Yes. Now, Helen, it's interesting here because I really feel here that if you do that, it's great. We're doing online courses. So online course, by the way, in mediumship spirituality. So if you're interested in that, just give me a bell. Give me a bell and get you on the list there. Right. Cheryl says, can't wait for this new man. And yes, hope it's not too long. If it's not, it's around Christmas time and he's dressed up in red and white. No, don't worry. It's not like that. Anyway, Chelsea, new guy in her life. Anything about a future relationship? Wow, interesting here. Hey, congratulations here. Let's give her, and even a hoot to her partner here. And what else should we do now? Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Right, okay, so let's have a little look here. Here's what I want to say to you as well, first of all here. Chelsea, would you understand if I said to you that your first focus here is about building the friendship and the communication between you two, rather. This is what I pick up here. This is interesting because what I pick up here is this chap here that you have met. I think here, would you understand there's a shyness here? Would you understand there's a bit of uncertainty a little bit? It's almost like, yeah, but I'm not sure about and there, but and yes, but no, but yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, so this, I just pick up, it just a little bit of time, just gently get to know one another. The thing here is, Chelsea, I get the feeling, this is going to be so funny. I'm going to laugh my head up at this. I get the feeling that you're going to be the boss. Oh my, yes, oh my. So I think you'll be the bosses. This guy will sort of go, gulp, okay, I'll follow you. But in the end, the relationship here is the opportunity to get closer. if you just take your time. Time is the essence here. Get to know one another. Yes. It's like eating string spaghetti and just joining up in the middle. Oh, sorry, getting too close, far too close. Anyway, so yes, it's fun, isn't it? Fun, isn't it? You see, we've got your ideas going now. Anyway, but I pick up here though, yes, build on that way, and then you're in an easy relationship. And let's have a look at the cards here. I also pick up here, now we need to understand too, there's some things make you grow mature-wise with this here. Maturely, it's like you're getting wiser. It's almost like this relationship's helping to get a bit wiser. Maybe look at things a bit easier. There's something along there. Anyway, let's have a look here. 3 piles of cards, left, middle, right. Let's have a look here. And I'm going to go for the middle for this and see what we pick up here for this particular chat. How's it going to go with this particular relationship? Communication, keep talking. Travel, do things that take you out on an adventure. Don't just go down the pub. And in America, we don't call it like that. Yeah, don't just go to bars or anything like that. Go and travel. Yes, go and travel across water. Across water here, you've got travel coming up. Do things like this here. And very slowly, it takes its time. You're like a duck out of water in this relationship, though, aren't you? You're thinking this, oh my God, where's this going? What's happening? In the end here, it really starts to move forward. You start to enjoy yourself, but take your time. Take your time. Let him meet your Chelsea-ness. Yes, whatever that is. Anyway, but he'll really get to know you, and I'm sure he'll absolutely love you to bits. Love you to bits. Why wouldn't he? Yes, especially with a name like Chelsea, and yes, maybe a football team like Chelsea. There you go. Anyway, right. Ariana, purple. Anything for me? Anything for me? Ariana. Let's just pick up spirit-wise here. Where are we going? Ariana, across there, the pond over there in San Diego. Near that way, aren't you guys? Well, I'll say here. Well, the first thing I get around you here is, would you understand here that although I picked out a previous reader here, which was about love, particular relationship, would you understand several guys around you, but would you understand till you've decided here, I'm not getting too involved? Would you understand about just having fun, taking things easy, and really not getting too involved? Because that's the first thing, because I've got loads of hearts around you. So these show me guys are interested in you, but you go just go, yeah, but may not be all my type at the moment, but I just need to just be me. Now, if I sense you focusing on yourself, these guys here, the genuine ones are going to stay. The ones who are just out for what they want will soon disappear. And I pick up people who are left with better guys. The next big relationship around you, I sense here, it will come a little bit later. And I also pick up March next year. You're thinking, that's miles away. Miles away. No, it isn't. But I pick up fun in between time, though. And, or October. Next month is a very good month for you. You'll like October. Let's have a little look here. Well, what's coming up for you? Ariana, over the next this period, though, anything for you. Right. I'm going to, actually, I'll take this from the top. 1, 2, 3, and that one as well. Yes, it very much is about, now this is interesting because part of you says, yeah, I'm just waiting, enjoying my life, and actually I would say, yes, do that. That's the present climate around you. Doesn't need to be anything else just at the minute. You're sort of waiting for Mr. Right to come storming into your life. And like your knight in shining armour. But at the moment, he's still polishing it. At the minute, he's still trying to fit the size of it, check it's all right, make sure his horse is nice and shiny before he even comes anywhere near you. Otherwise, you're going to think here, who are you? Anyway, so no, he's sort of doing that in a minute. But what is coming up, though, would you understand about a guy from the past wanting to reconnect in your life? The only thing here is, though, I would say to you, keep things all around you very light. Otherwise, you'll feel like you're thinking, why am I taking on board everybody else's crap? It's a nice word, isn't it? That clears it out, doesn't it? That really says it all, doesn't it? Yes, and I'll pick up here around you just to take it easy. Take it easy. You just need space, time, fun, laughter. Yes, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Don't take anything seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. And I think you just enjoy. Just let things tick along for a little while. And then you'll see October being a bit of a better month for you. And also here, I get the feeling here that you'll suddenly see yourself that your self-worth really changes in October. The way you see yourself will change. And that will be superb. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy that. Thoroughly enjoy it. So we've come up to, it's about 2 minutes before the end. And you guys, I hope you enjoyed the show here. I won't get a chance to get through to everybody. Now, everyone else who's just jumped to the show here, thank you so much for coming in. We only do the show for an hour, so we can't get round to everybody. But Maggie, if you want to there, what I'd be more than happy to do is to message in a question. There. And what we're happy to do is on a Tuesday show, which is going to be full of readings anyway, Tuesday evening show. It starts at 8 o'clock in Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK. And if you are abroad, then whatever time zone that is for you. And hope you understand that. But I'd just like to say on behalf, definitely on pass here, I'm definitely on the pathway here at the moment. I just want to say a big thank you to Deborah, who's up there doing the producing of the show, who passes all this information down the line. For me to pick it up and see it all, she runs the background there, and it's absolutely fantastic. Also, just to let you know that here it is, this work coming on here. Good night, and let's all meet up on Tuesday night with Phil and Deborah Jane Sutton. Live readings available, all details on the Clairvoyance page. And yes, look forward to seeing you then, guys. I know we do this on Sunday. If you want a reading, you've got to get these in early. He's early here, because otherwise we just have to take them down from the list. And if you join in about 15-20 minutes into the show, then unfortunately we have to wait to get behind you. Anyway, but hope we helped you out here. And if you guys got any questions at all, by all means, let us know. And what else do I need to let you guys know here? There was something else I was just going to tell you. If any of you are in this sort of Spain area and interested in networking at all here, then an event that may interest you is this, which is coming on the 2nd of October. It's at the Oceana, which is a beautiful place. And if you've got a business you like networking, then come on, guys, get yourself connected, get over there. We need to let us know, because we need to get figures in, because obviously we're restricted on figures and numbers. And all the details there are on the sites. And also, if you need more information about this, just let us know. But yeah, it's on Facebook, it's on everywhere else. Okay, happy? Have a lovely evening. It's been a pleasure seeing you. Pleasure seeing you here. Love you loads. Right. Try to, on a 20th, that I just closed my exhibition, whatever that means. I don't know what that means there, Maggie. Okay, we'll try it. On 20th, I closed my exhibition. All right, okay. I think it's coming up in a few days. But yes, Maggie, if you need any help beforehand, just get in touch with us. Paul says, adios, lovely show. Take care, stay safe. Good. Yes, good evening to you, my dear friend. And also here, love burgers, love and burgers. It's all the same thing, isn't it? It's all the same thing. And yes. So we keep the flag flying, as we say here, and we'll see you guys very, 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 very soon.